If you're studying for your upcoming chemistry exam, here's some things you're going to want to remember when it comes to naming organic carbon-based molecules. The first thing is when you're finding your longest chain of connected carbons, make sure you check in L shapes, because quite often the longest chain isn't the straight line one, it's actually going up or down in an L shape. The second thing is to number the chain from the end closest to where the functional group is, if there is one. If not, number from the end closest to where the branch is. In this one here, there's a hydroxyl functional group here, so we would number from this carbon. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice again, there's actually a long chain of 5 in an L shape. In this example, there's a branch closer to this end of the carbon chain, so we would number this one carbon 1, and it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This would make this molecule 2-methylbutane, and going back to this one, this would be pentan-2-ol. The third thing to remember when you're naming these molecules is to add in a number for where the functional group is located, as well as the numbers for the branches. It's the number for the functional group location that people most often forget, so don't forget that one. If you have functional groups and branches in your molecule, the functional group takes numbering priority, so once you've numbered the longest chain closest to where the functional group is, you can't renumber the chain, you have to stick with those numbers, even if it means that your branches have higher numbers. The fourth thing to remember is that every branch needs its own number. So even if there were 2 branches on carbon 2, we would have to write 2, 2. And then it's dimethyl because there's 2 methyl groups. And the last thing to watch out for is if you're asked to name a molecule and you're given the shortened structural formula of it, make sure you draw it out fully because there may be a double bond in there that you can't see. If you were to draw this molecule out fully, you would actually find there's a double bond between the carbon with that methyl branch and this carbon here. So that makes it an alkene. And numbering from the end closest to where the double bond is located would make this molecule 3-methylpent-2-ene. Like I said, it's really hard to name molecules from shortened structural formulas, so my advice is always to draw out the full structural formula and name it from there. Happy naming!